We're live. We are live.
We are?
Yes. Hello, everybody. How are you? How are you, Christopher Martinez? How we doing? How's everybody today? How are you guys doing today? How's the weekend? We are rolling meatballs today. Welcome in, guys. How we doing today, guys? Hi, guys. How was everybody's weekend? We are rolling meatballs today. No, just beef. Just ground beef. No pork, no veal, just ground beef. We made them, if anybody was in the live on Saturday, we were making them on Saturday. So we are on the cusp of making them again. And I think I might have told if anybody was in on Saturday, we roll them one day, put them in the cooler, so they get a little more firm than they are, and then we thank you for the follow, Ava. You guys are, hope you're having a great Monday. Yes, I'm having a great Monday. I hope you guys are having a great Monday. How was everybody's weekend? Thank you very much for that. Hi, Patty. How are you? Thank you, Ashley. Thank you for that. Thank you for those. Where are you guys from? Patty, where are you from? Birmingham, Alabama. Very nice. You fry or bake? We fry in olive oil. We did them on Saturday. We made them extra virgin olive oil. We fry them in. Yeah, I mean, that's the way we do them. I mean, some people put them in the oven. Some people bake them in the oven. Which, no bad way to do it. I mean, it just, oven sometimes dries them out. Unless you can really get it down to a science. No pork in these, Patty. Just ground beef. Hi, Brownie Spencer. How are you? Thank you very much for that. Welcome in, guys. We are rolling meatballs today. Thank you so much for the gifts, guys. I really appreciate that. I'm great. We're closed now. Thank you for the follow, Patty. I appreciate that. We are closed now, so we only open till 2 on Mondays. Thank you for sharing. Thank you very much for sharing. So only open until 2 on Mondays, and then Tuesday through Friday we're open till 6. So if anybody was in the live on Saturday afternoon, thank you, Brownie Spencer. Thank you so much. Thank you for those. If anybody was in the live, thank you so much again. If anyone was in the live on Saturday, we were cooking meatballs. So we fried them in extra virgin olive oil. But what we do normally is we roll them one day, fry them the next day, and cook them in the sauce, obviously. So we showed that on Saturday, but I guess I'll keep doing that so people know what we do. Sicily. We are Sicilian. So anybody new, we are in Schaumburg, Illinois, northwest suburbs of Chicago. So Chicagoland area, northwest suburbs, for an Italian deli, 1612 East Algonquin Road is our address. And we do everything from scratch. This is, meatballs are our biggest, hey, Salty Eddie, how are you, buddy? What's going on? Meatballs are our biggest seller. So we sell a lot of meatballs here. Thank you for the follow. Vegas W. So ingredients, minimal ingredients. Ground beef. We use breadcrumbs. We use Romano cheese. Eggs, spices, fresh parsley. That's about it. So, you know, obviously there's a lot of different meatball recipes, you know. Everybody does it different. I mean, the biggest thing is to get that balance between breadcrumbs or dry and wet, let's say, dry and wet ingredients. VAC 51, what brand of mortadella do you use? You must sold all the meatballs from the other day. We're close. So, you know, people come in all day long and buy meatballs. We have catering. So if we don't make them, I'll get back to that one. I'll tell you for sure. If we don't sell the meatball, if we don't do them every other day, make every other day, let's say, or every 2 days, we will fall dramatically behind. Because we do get last minute catering orders for people. We already have orders for Saturday, which is a good thing, but we just have to stay ahead of it. Because people come in all day long to get meatball sandwiches, to buy 6 packs of meatballs. You know, so if we're not selling them, if we're not doing it every single day, not every single day, every other day, every 2 days. But it's a process, right? So, you know, we got to roll them, put them in the cooler, let them sit overnight, because we like them to get firm, and then we fry them, you know what I mean? VAC 51, what brand of mortadella? Maestri. Not Maestro. Maestro's from Canada. We use a Maestri. Maestri is from Italy. So it's imported mortadella, but I use the plain kind. I do not use the one with pistachio because we have too many people with nut allergies here. So, good quality stuff, yes. You have to use good quality stuff. Otherwise, no good. The imported mortadella is so much better than like the Daniele version. Not that, you know, we use Daniele too for a long time, but you know, imported is like, just the smell when you open the package is ridiculous. It's so much better quality. So yeah. Thank you guys for following. If you're not following us, give us a follow. We're trying to do as many lives as we can throughout the week. With many different things. Yeah, we make focaccia too. But yeah, we're trying to do as many lives as we can. So I think tomorrow we're making cannoli shells again. So we'll try to set up the camera for cannoli shells, and you know, show everybody the stuff we're doing. And I guess, you know, even though it's repetitive for us because we're doing it constantly, you know, we definitely want to show everybody and different people that are coming in live what we're doing. Any Easter specials? Yes. So the next thing coming up is going to be St. Joseph's Day. So for us, St. Joseph's Day is going to be Zeppoli. Although Zeppoli is, the term Zeppoli is more of a Napoletan kind of thing. Stringe is the Sicilian thing, but Zeppoli in the Chicagoland area is a pretty popular thing. So we do the baked ones. And basically, it is a cream puff, pâte à choux dough, basically a cream puff. So we definitely we do 3 different flavors. We do cannoli filling. We do homemade custard. I mean, our cannoli filling is homemade too. Homemade custard, and then we do tiramisu filling because we make a lot of tiramisu here. So we kind of added that on. So there's 3 different flavors that we sell. We usually pre-sell. Yeah, more meatballs. Now we're rolling. We're just rolling. We're not cooking. Probably cooking tomorrow, but not cooking again. But again, yeah, we got to keep going with the meatballs. Otherwise we'll get behind. We sold a lot of meatballs today. So yeah, so we do a pre-order on the Zeppeli. Like I said, Chicago, big kind of Zeppeli town. I mean, I'm sure just like New York is. I mean, a lot of the Truon bakeries have already been selling Zeppeli for a while. But, you know, we do a pre-order for them. We usually just do them for St. Joseph's Day, which is March 19th. Easter, I believe, is April something. I don't know what Easter is, April something. So yeah, big here, Rhode Island. East Coast, I'm sure they're huge. They're huge here too. I mean, everybody's selling Zeppeli, everybody's buying Zeppeli, all from like probably after, as soon as it hits probably like Fat Tuesday. They start selling Zeppeli here. So, yeah, so we do those. We are Sicilian, so for Easter we do a cookie with an egg inside, which is our normal kind of cookie, but we cook it with the egg inside. They're called pupugulova. And that's, we do those for Easter too. That's kind of a big thing. We do a lot of catering for Easter, just normal pasta, meatballs, sausage and peppers, you know, things like that. So yeah, I mean, we definitely do a lot of business for Easter. It's a popular holiday. Yeah, that's a big thing here too. Thank you for the follows, guys. If you guys are not following us, give us the follow button. We're just rolling meatballs right after the weekend here. How was everybody's weekend? Getting a little bit better weather here in Chicago. Not too crazy, but where you guys are from. I know most of the regulars where they're from, but yes, Fact 51. We are on all 3 of those: Grubhub, Uber Eats, and DoorDash. So I don't put my whole menu on those things, only because a lot of these guys that are picking up food, you know, are picking up 5, 6, 10 orders at a time. I don't know. Again, maybe I'm just too picky. But you know, I don't like to put hot sandwiches on there because I don't want to make it hot and then it's sitting in some guy's car forever. Oh, thank you. Oh, for sure. Beck, are you around here? Oh, really? Okay. Wednesday night? Okay, so I can order for tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow, Wednesday? Yeah. Yep. Okay. Oh, thank you. So back, let me know if you're from around here. Oh, just south of Bloomingdale for sure, man. Yeah. So let me know if there's something. We definitely put. I tell people that call here. If they want stuff put hot on the panini press, we're happy to do it. I don't have a problem doing it. It's just like I said. I know that it's just sitting. These guys, like I said, some of these guys, they'll go take 5 orders or 6 orders at the same time, and they're waiting like 5 minutes and 10 minutes at each restaurant. So some people have some certain. I don't know. I don't do that. I don't do the delivery app, so I'm not sure. But some people have an elevated one where they could just have the guy pick up and bring it to them, just them. So I don't know. But if you want something from DoorDash or Uber Eats or Grubhub or whatever, and you want it hot on the panini press, we're happy to do it. Or happy to like switch out something for something else. So yeah, just let us know. Anything could be changed on there as far as if it's the same price, we're willing to substitute or whatever. I mean, we do make everything from scratch here, so obviously, we do run out of stuff, so it does become sometimes that we have to go in and say, we're out of this or we're out of that. But yeah, for the most part, that's really why I don't put meatball sandwiches on there. You guys by chance Mike Anthony would not be opposed to that. So if you're around here, obviously I would have to know ahead of time. Can do that, no problem. If you want me to do that, if you just want it like plain, nothing in it, or stuff like that. If you want to do something like that and you just want the ground pork, I don't know. I should be getting my pork tomorrow, but I mean, like for future, if you want to do that, I don't have a problem doing that. I did a live last week. I'll probably do it again this week with me butchering the pork. And if you know me at all, you know that I take care in butchering the pork. So I mean, it's very, it's kind of a fine grind. I don't like big chunky stuff there. But yeah, if you want it, we can definitely set that up for you. I can grind it, and then you pick it up, and we can work something out on price. I mean, it could give you a little bit maybe of a discount because whatever. But I sell my sausage ground too. We do it twice a year. Oh yeah, for sure. I think we talked about that, Mike. For sure. Let me know. I mean, if you guys do it, I mean that becomes, butchering the pork becomes a thing. But a lot of times when you buy these ground pork from some of these guys, these guys don't butcher it correctly. They don't clean it up right, and they leave a lot of that. A lot of the stuff, a lot of the trim on there. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thanks for even thinking of us. But yeah, that's the big difference. I mean, I think that's why we charge a little bit more for the sausage, and I think it's because, I take care in butchering it. I don't just cut it up and get. I buy whole pork butt with the. Oh, thank you so much for that. Yeah, it's there's a difference between trying to butcher pork. Some of these guys are they're buying boneless pork butt. are just cutting it up and throwing it in the grinder, and they're like, hey, you know, this will grind up and stuff. But yeah, you definitely want somebody to take care of it. Believe me, I'm very careful when I'm butchering the pork like that. So I take all the stretchy stuff out. I buy whole pork, whole bone-in pork butts. You know, it's from one animal, or you know, in a case, it's 2 pork butts, so it's from at the most 2 animals. So you're not going to get, you know, already cut up meat. A lot of the butchers are saving time where they're buying cut up meat already. It could be from 30 different pigs. And you know, people don't think about that. You know, so that's a big thing. You know, I mean, you got to, if you're going to do it, you got to do it right. How do you cook your meatballs? Bake, pan, fry. So we fry them. We did a live on Saturday. We fry in olive oil, extra virgin olive oil on top of it. So we do fry in extra virgin olive oil. So big thing for us too. I don't bake them. I don't do the, you know, again, not taking anybody out of there, not calling out anybody, but a lot of restaurants. Are these gluten-free? They are not gluten-free. They have breadcrumbs in them. I have made gluten-free for people. I had a customer that their husband was gluten-free, and she brought in gluten-free breadcrumbs, and I did gluten-free breadcrumbs for them in the meatball mixture. Obviously, separated everything. We cooked those first. I had to cook them in a separate pot. Did not mix, obviously. Did not mix with the sauce or whatever. But I think at that time we did like 10 pounds for them. I guess, you know, it was one of those things where if I could get people to kind of join in if they wanted a gluten-free meatball. We don't really sell gluten-free meatballs here, but I wouldn't be opposed. Like I said, people have brought us gluten-free breadcrumbs. It's in a yellow bag. They bought them on Amazon, I think. Yellow bag, I think. I forgot the name of it. I forgot the name of the breadcrumbs. But yeah. Thank you. Love my gloves. I'm wearing gloves, yes. For anybody that thinks we don't wear gloves, we wear gloves. I wear gloves all the time. Anybody's food that we're touching, we wear gloves. But, no, we're not in Brooklyn. We are in Chicagoland area. Nice, my afternoon is going good. We are just rolling meatballs. We are closed now. So I'm here just rolling away. Rolling meatballs for the next batch we're going to cook. Probably cook them tomorrow. They go in the cooler. Make sure they firm up a little bit. But, yeah. But we roll them one day, we cook them the next day. We just cooked them on Saturday. Cannonball, nice. I slow cook my meatballs and roll them. So. Just to know how to go about getting one. So they're good. People want me to get a food. Oh, food truck. Sorry, that the truck didn't come through. It just says get a food truck. Sorry. I was like, I'm glad you followed up with the comment. Just don't know how to get it going. I can tell you, I started out of my house. Cannonball. We'll just call you a Cannonball because I'm not going to repeat all the numbers. But Cannonball, start slow. Where do you live, Cannonball? If you don't mind, you don't have to tell me exactly where you live. But I mean, general general area, are you, as long as you're not next door. They won't let you do that in Philly. Oh, Philly. So here's what I can tell you. Technically, you're not supposed to do that. But you do it. You do it for friends and family, is what you do it for. You start that way. I'm not telling you to start, selling to the masses. But you do it friends and family first. You get your portioning right. You get your recipe down so that you know everything that you're doing. You get your pricing down. So you take everything down to and write it all down as far as pricing goes. Now, I'm not a good food cost guy because I use imported stuff. I'm very picky. So I use imported Romano cheese. I use quality because I'm not going to eat stuff and just try to save a penny for everybody. So I'd rather make it a little bit more expensive and if you make good food, people will keep coming. But what I can tell you, if you're looking for any kind of advice, is just start it with friends and family. Everybody's asking you to do it, then do it for friends and family. Like I said, it's 200 for parties and 20 and 129. Yeah, for sure. No Costco over there. Yeah, there's actually is a Costco over here. I don't know. I don't know what that means. But elaborate. It was a long weekend, so you got to elaborate. Yeah, so, I meant your supplies. I was like, there's no Costco over here. Yeah, there's a Costco right over here. Supplies, I get supplies from vendors now. Yeah, it is Cannonball. Well worth it. All imported. I get mostly imported stuff. I do. So yeah, I mean, is it gonna be, perfect Cannonball? Are you gonna make a ton of money doing that? No, you're not. But at the end of the day, I was gonna do a food truck too. I looked into doing food trucks. Sandwich Don with the hat. He's in the house. So I was going to do food trucks, but, food trucks are very expensive also to get started. It's just like a place. Also, I mean, maybe you have a place where you can, pull up your food truck. That was the issue with me. I mean, I'm in the northwest suburbs of Chicago. I just don't understand why you can't make meatballs on the truck. Oh, nice, Aaron Gamer. That's awesome. So they won't let you make the meatballs on the truck. Is that what you're saying? Like you can't make meatballs on the truck? Is that what I'm understanding? Again, it was a long weekend, so I'm reading the comments, and my eyes are not the best here. Especially I'm slow cooking them. Well, that's yeah. So listen, a way around that, the right way to do it, you got to figure it into your price. Be on the lookout for how has Fanuccio and Son been? Bodeman, you're missing a son. It's Fanuccio and Sons, not son. Get it straight, pal. I think that you can rent a commercial kitchen, and again, it's not. You're not talking about. They have ghost kitchens you can do. Well, Luigi's not here, but we don't change the sign every time Luigi's not here. It's still Fanuccio and Sons. Yeah, so look into that. Look into commercial kitchens. Look into renting commercial kitchens, and you do all your prep work in a commercial kitchen. And then once you're done with your prep work, even if you need it for 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, and you rent some space there, or whatever, and you keep them on the truck, and you move out and start selling them during the day. There's a way around everything as far as like being good with the health department and good with your local, whatever the local kind of laws and restrictions and stuff like that is. So food trucks are awesome. If you got a spot where you can really start selling them, food trucks are great. It's a great way to start. I mean, a lot of guys do the restaurant and then they get into the food truck business, because obviously they have the space to cook. But I know that there's a lot of guys in the restaurant business that have been renting out their kitchen too. So, no problem, Cannonball. No problem at all. Listen, I'm happy to share anything that would help somebody else, maybe get some tips. But look at that. Look at commercial kitchen for rent. Look at even if there's something, even if you know somebody that owns a restaurant and they want to kind of rent out their kitchen for 4 or 5 hours a week, a day, or whatever you need. That's another thing. I know there's a couple places that are here that people come in here and tell me like they have food trucks, but they're renting a kitchen from another restaurant. So they're renting like a little space, and they give them like a little corner. And maybe when they're not busy. From like, listen, a lot of these restaurants from like 2 to 6, 2 to 5, they're not busy. And a lot of their stuff, their people are not really doing that. I was thinking about making them vacuum seal and send them that way. You could. Super Spy in the oven, temp, how long? No oven. Pan fry. Where do you make the bread? I make the bread on the wood table. I do those lives on Saturday morning. If you're ever on Saturday morning, we make the bread. But Super Spy, yeah. Pan fry. We did a live on Saturday, frying meatballs. Pan fry with olive oil. In olive oil. And then let the sauce cook the rest of them. So we're only halfway cooking them. Guys, if you're in the live and you're not following us, give us a follow. Follow us. We're trying to do. We use 3 meats. I only use 2. I only use ground beef. Angus ground chuck. That's all I use. So, again, you get your mix. You get however you want it to taste. Some people use veal, pork, beef. 80-20, yes, I do 80-20. So 80-20 has enough fat content in it. So a lot of people love the meatballs here. They're a family recipe. So again, I'm not passing any judgment. That's just the way we do it. Other people might do it. I know other people do it different. Oh, no problem. Super Spy, anytime, buddy. Thank you for supporting. Thanks for coming into the live. So yeah, I mean, everybody does it their own way, and you can't pass judgment on people that do it this way and do it that way. All these guys want to say, well, I'm the best, and no, you're the best. No, you're the best. You know what? You got to do it what you got to do, and don't worry about what everybody else is doing. How you do it, and if it's successful the way you're doing it, then it's successful the way you're doing it. Doesn't matter what the recipe is. It doesn't matter how you do it. I mean, you can't pass judgment on somebody else. Like I said, for me, 70-30, I mean, again, total total, my opinion, 70-30 might be a little bit on the fatty side. The thing is it depends on how you're going to cook them. So yeah, if you're going to cook them in the oven, maybe, you know, you bake off some of that fat, and then you put them in the sauce, and or you put the sauce over them, however you're going to do it, and that fat is not going to stay in the sauce. How we do it pan fried in olive oil, and then we drop it in the sauce. So, you know, sometimes you will get some of the oil or some of the, it's fat, not oil. You will get the fat kind of coming off in the sauce, so you got to kind of skim that off. But that's, you know, name of the game. You know, it is what it is. You know, so 80-20, I believe, for making meatballs is. Do you do lives when making your pasta? Yeah, Turk. We did a live last week when we were making pasta. We made manigotti and we made rigatoni last week. So, oh, cannonball, nice. Crock pot, that works. You know, the only reason I fry them for, yeah, you're adding a little bit of flavor, but I fry them so that they don't fall apart. So, yeah, so getting back to the pasta, we do, you know, when we have catering, we do a lot of pasta. I make pasta during the holidays, we do a lot of pasta. Yeah, for sure. We do a lot of pasta. I got a couple of videos making pasta. Again, you know, the lives I think are a little bit better. You know, I mean, I think the lives kind of show people that, you know, a little bit lengthier. If people want to just set me up in front of their desk and listen to my voice. No, I never tried crock pot. But I know that people that buy them here, and go to, like take them to their house. So say they buy them here and then they warm them up and take them to their house. They put them in the crock pot. They're already cooked. So like they'll set them up in a crock pot and, you know, but listen, a crock pot is home stuff. So the crock pot, how do I say it? The crock pot idea is equal to, when you get in the restaurant business, it's steam table. So you know we put the meatballs on a steam table. So we put water in the bottom of the steam table, put the meatballs in a pan, and they maintain the temp. You're trying to maintain the temp for food safety. You know, at home, people are not really thinking about food safety. They're just thinking about keeping them warm. But ultimately, in the restaurant business, you got to keep food safety. So you got to keep things at certain temperatures so that people don't get sick. Yeah, I mean, crock pot is a home term. You know, if you're doing it, even to start out, they have the portable warmers. You don't have to get a steam table. I mean, they got the portable warmers that, you know, you put a pan in. When we do festivals and stuff like that, I bring the portable warmers, I put them on top of a table, fill with a little bit of water in the bottom, and put the pan inside there. Turn it on, and you're good to go. I mean, it maintains the temperature, and, you know, you don't have to worry about anything getting cold or anything like that. But obviously, you have to put water in the bottom, another pan, and then the pan of food. So yeah. Thank you everybody for joining our live today. Not real exciting, just me rolling meatballs. Not as big as you think. Just have to have. Thank you for the follows, guys. Thank you very much for the follows. If you guys are in the live, if you guys aren't following us, give us a follow. Follow us and you know, be a part of our lives. I don't mind any questions unless they're starting to get really off topic. But I don't mind any questions. I don't mind helping anybody. getting a license. Yeah, I don't know. License depends. You got to have a solid concept of what you're doing. You can't be all over the place. You got to have kind of laser focus. No, you know, you really don't. I don't think you do. I mean, I think you're under their license, which is, I mean, you know, obviously every municipality is different, but you're on their license. So I mean, it's a certified kitchen. I don't know. You have to look into that, see how it is. But you know, definitely, if you have a food truck, you're going to have some kind of license. You know, you're going to have a food manager license. You know what I mean? So that's definitely going to be something that you need. Yeah, sometimes I think you do go upstairs. I'm not sure. Check your local municipality. So rolling meatballs today, folks. Not real exciting. Tomorrow I think we're gonna do cannoli shells again. Get my son Nino to come in. He's gonna come in. We're gonna roll out some cannoli shells. So we'll do that. Stefania, how are you? What's happening? What's the word on the street? What's the word on the street? What are you watching? Watching from work. Nice. That sounds good. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. Maybe work is not good. It's Monday. So everybody, what's more popping off? Yes, the health department's always here. They make them so much. Yeah, you know, I want to make, you know, I'm doing it. I want to make sure everything is always the same. I don't want somebody eating a meatball and it's like this big, and then somebody's like this big, and you know. A lot of times, listen, again, I told this to through many lives, doing the lives so you guys can see how we do stuff. But just know that I'm not the only one who works here. So, we definitely have people. So, I mean, you know, a lot of times the girls are doing it. You know, so we use a scooper. I want to use a scooper because I want the things to be consistent. I want everything to be the same and always look the same and always feel the same and things like that. So, unfortunately, yeah, when I was at home, I didn't use a scooper either. I just kind of grab some meat, roll it in my hand, and be done with it. But, you know, definitely want things. Oh yeah, scale. A lot of people use a scale. You know, a lot of people use a scale to get those too. So that's a. I love your shirt. Oh, thank you. That's the name of the place. You can see it. That's our logo, which is the logo that's on the upper left-hand corner. Both of my sons came up with that logo, by the way. So they kind of drew it out. And wow, 2,000 meatballs, yeah. Yeah, it gets up there. Especially the different size that you make. If you make, you know, we probably go through, 1,000, 1,500 here a week, if not more sometimes. Oh yeah, I mean, we're doing batches of 300-400 meatballs. So it's definitely, definitely gets out of hand. That's for sure. And you know, like I said, if we don't do this every other day, it does get a little nuts. Do we do a sandwich of the day? Yeah, the Fino D. That's what we do. No, I don't do sandwich of the day. I don't really do specials. I have specials on my menu, but it's just elevated sandwiches. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for following. If you're not following us, follow us. If you're not following us, what are you doing? Follow us. Follow us on TikTok. Yeah, we never really did anything like special. Thank you, Alyssa, I appreciate that. You know, I don't know. I mean, the specials, I know people are like, special of the week, special of the day, special the, you know, I don't know. We keep everything kind of consistent. We do everything from scratch. I got a small menu. I really do. So, I mean, the menu is small. Anything that we add on, anything that we're going to do, you know, it's going to be added on and there's going to be more work. So, I mean, you know, we have to make sure, and I think, oh yeah, for sure, Cannonball. You know, you have to make sure you nail everything that you're doing for, you know, the menus. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. You know, but you gotta make sure you're doing what you're doing first. You know, a lot of guys in the restaurant business, they start getting slow, so they start adding on, and they add on stuff that's garbage. Yes, you want quality for sure. You can't add stuff on out of a box. You can't add stuff on that's all frozen. You can't add some. I mean, you gotta be different. My opinion, again, all my opinion. You know, opinions are like you know what. Everybody's got one. So, I don't know. You know, for me, I like something simple. I like it laser focused menu, and I just like to do everything from scratch. So, you know, we're from scratch, top to bottom. We make our bread, we make our meatballs, we make our Italian sausage. I use imported meat. There's a couple of, you know, regular like meats that we have that meat blend, Tyson, is just ground beef. Angus ground chuck 80-20. No blend. Just, you know, real ingredients. Imported Romano cheese. I mean, the smell, you can smell the cheese. I can sit here and smell the cheese. It's no pork or veal. No, I don't use pork or veal. I know. Shame, 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 right? Shame, shame. No pork, no veal. Look at cats. But no pork or veal. What is the most popular? What is the most popular? Most popular? Meatballs is the most popular. But if people aren't feeling a meatball, it's a sandwich. Do you ship meatballs? No, we fry them in olive oil. Oh, thank you. Yeah, listen, I'm working on trying to ship stuff. You know, a lot of people are asking me for shipping, especially since I started doing lives and stuff. A lot of people want me to ship. So yeah, I trying to look into it. Trying to look into meatball sub can't be beat. Well, thank you, Tyson Burbick. I don't know. Have you been here before, Tyson? If you've been here before, I probably know you by face. I'm sure. Felix Sanchez, what's up, buddy? How are you, my friend? Nice to see you. Thank you very much. Thank you for that. Felix Sanchez. So, nicest guy, man. We follow the same DJ in the morning. So, thank you for the gifts, buddy. End up coming in from the live, and I'll be honest, Felix, dude, you made my day on Saturday. I've been telling everybody that you came in. So, thank you so much. You really, like I said, you really made my day. So, listen, it's guys, it's very humbling to know that, you know, people watch this stuff and then end up supporting us as a small family business, and you know, it's obviously painstaking work, but we do it. I do it because I love to do it. You know, my family necessarily maybe didn't love to do it, but they help me every single day, and thank you so much. Thank you, guys. So, you know, it's, you know, when you sit back and look at what my family has done for me, my parents, my wife, my kids, you know, it's something that I always wanted to do, and it's something that, you know, we started, thank you very much. We started this a month and a half before COVID. That's when we opened. So to get it off the ground was difficult, to say the least. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Big setup. Yeah, for sure. I guess so. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Felix. I really appreciate that. Yeah, you know, listen, you know, I guess everybody's got the dreams that they want to do this and they want to do that, but, you know, people got to believe, and, you know, anybody that says that they do stuff and don't get help, they're lying, because nobody does anything on their own. So what else? What else do you make? Would it be pizza? Sorry, guys. I usually wear cheaters, so I gotta like. And I changed to an iPad, so like, I thought, oh, I'm gonna wear an iPad. I'll be able to read the comments. Nope. Would you just, we do make pizza. We make Sicilian style pizza here. So yeah, we you know, I wasn't gonna do pizza in the beginning. Pizza in the Chicagoland area is so overdone. I'm sure, like New York, you know, everybody's got the best of the best of the best. I'm the best, this is the best, you're the best, he's the best, she's the best, this is the best. It's overdone, big time. But I would have people coming in and just asking me for slices of pizza, slices, you guys sell by the slice, sell by this, because, you know, obviously they see the sign. And so I definitely started doing pizza basically like my grandmother did. It's a bakery style, Sicilian style pizza. It's a cooked sauce, not a raw sauce, because most pizza is raw sauce and they cook it in the oven. So yeah, we do pizza by the slice. We do pretty big slices of pizza every day. We sell a lot of pizza. And, you know, back to the question of shipping, I'm really kind of looking for maybe doing pizza setups. I don't know. You know, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, we'll see how we run at that. Yeah, I do whole pizzas too. So they are square slices. I do whole pizzas. They are like half sheet pan pizzas. Um, I would sell it probably take and bake. So you know we are going to do a couple restaurants. We're going to do a couple actually bars. We're going to end up doing some pizzas for them. So the production of pizzas is going to kind of ramp up here. So we're going to be making them anyway, because a couple restaurant or a couple bars actually have reached out to us for pizzas because they like the pizzas, which is good for us. So I think, you know, a lot of people, if I transition a little bit, like in the front and sell like take and bake pizzas and pizza setups, maybe like dough, a little sauce, and like cheese and some pepperoni or sausage, you know, my homemade sausage. We make our own sausage here. I think it might go good. We get a lot of people for pizza setups. So the take and bake stuff is really, really good. A lot of people do the take and bake stuff even for pastas that we sell and for meatballs that we sell, 6-pack of meatballs. So that's a kind of a big thing too. So yeah, I think yeah, well, I'm a deli, so you know, delis end up having these kind of extensive menus, which you know you kind of got to pump the brakes on some of it. You know, some of these guys go hog wild on some of this stuff. So I don't know. You know, that's why I stick true to the from scratch stuff. I don't want to water it down with stuff out of a bag. So we do, like I said, we do that all from scratch. So again, as we keep going with the lives, I think the lives are really helping people kind of just get to know us a little bit more. We never did any advertising, so but is it an Italian restaurant or you just unique? I don't know what that means. We're a deli. Thank you. We are a deli. So we're an Italian deli. All beef, yes. 80-20 ground chuck. All beef. No pork, no veal. No problem. Send me a message. Yeah, so we're a deli, Italian deli. Yeah, Cannonball, no problem. I'll check my messages when we're done here. And any questions you have, ciao, come stai, Mel? Come stai, Mel? So you had no background in owning a shop before you opened this. John Bindi, no, I did not. I was in the car business before I'd opened this. I was a car guy. Don't hate. I was a car guy. I was in the car business for 20 years. I'm envious. Envious because I was a car guy, or envious because you're not here rolling meatballs? I'm envious that you're not here rolling meatballs because cab driver. No, I wasn't a cab driver at one point. Nope. Car business. We were in the car business. It was a car business because you own your shops. Yeah, for sure. Oh, you're in Des Moines. You're pretty close too. No favorite type of cars there. I just like now. I like just something to get me around. Yeah, John, it was something like on a whim. I just always wanted to do this. I needed a change, and we just ended up doing it. I always was, I always was into cooking. Always was into like from scratch. But yeah, not really. Just I guess I'm just a solid business guy, if that makes sense. So I'm just kind of a guy that yeah, for sure. Yeah, BMWs, Lamborghinis. I'm not really a car guy. Just be careful those car guys. Now, yeah, I like Italian cars, of course. Alfa Romeo, Ferraris, yeah, obviously. But right now, a car is just to get me from point A to point B. Yeah, John, do it. Don't be afraid, but do it small. My favorite at home is pasta. Cannonball, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'll check my messages when I'm done later on today, and we'll talk. Anything you need, let me know. Yeah, John, do it. Don't be afraid. Listen, if you have a small shop, just take the plunge. Start out really, 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 really small. Do really small menus. It's you really got to just grow with it. Don't start out. That's my best advice that I can give anybody. Start out where you're making good stuff, quality stuff. Use quality things, and your regulars. Those are the people that are going to just keep bringing you business. And my whole thing is that when people leave here, you hope they tell 5 other people. So, well, thank you very much. Thank you for the heart me today. Guys that have joined in, just hit the follow button. If you're not following us. And if you're not following us, what are you doing? Why aren't you following us? Come on. What makes a great meatball? The guy making them. Just kidding. What makes a great meatball, Jeffrey Hockler? A great meatball is a good balance between your wet and dry ingredients. So what do you again, everybody's got their own meatball recipe. My great-grandmother, my aunt, my this, my that, my mother's dog's cousins, uncles got a meatball recipe, whatever the recipe is. Whatever the recipe is, you gotta have it so that good quality ingredients. Again, I don't know, what kind of meat you're using. Starts with the meat. 80-20. These are 80-20. Ground beef. We only use ground beef. Don't use any other meat. We're using breadcrumbs. We're using imported Romano cheese. But wet and dry ingredients have to be a good balance. And I think some people need that different balance because their meatballs become dry or they're too wet. They can't form them. And then obviously once you're cooking them, you can make them dry too. Yeah, you can use. Yeah, we use breadcrumbs. So breadcrumbs are definitely something that you got to balance off the egg with. Turt, no problem. Thank you, buddy. Nice to see you, my friend. Thanks for the support always. Tomorrow we will be probably doing. Do you add milk? Some people do. Tomorrow we're probably going to be doing cannoli shells again. So stay tuned. Yeah, some people add. You know what some people do, Jeffrey? Some people soak the bread in milk. So that's another recipe. So some people will take day-old bread, couple day-old bread, hard bread, stale bread. They'll soak it in milk, and then put it in instead of breadcrumbs. You need some kind of binder, So, but you got to have the recipe is what you make of it. It's the balance of the wet and the balance of the dry. That's what it is. You got to be able to form them, and you got to have some flavor. So whatever, you start out small. Start out with a pound. And, stale bread wouldn't affect the health. No, stale bread is just hard. Not moldy bread, stale bread. Thank you guys for joining us today on a Monday afternoon. Some people use veal and pork. Yes, a lot of people use beef, veal, and pork. But years ago, beef was terrible. Too lean, not enough fat, didn't really taste that good. Monica, how are you? Thank you very much. See? I know the name now. Now I know the name. I still like Monty Love though. It does find it. I'm rolling meatballs. So this is the first part. I put the cart in front of the horse. You guys were here on Saturday to see me frying the meatballs and then putting them in the sauce. This is the first part of it. So I probably should have done this first, but I didn't. So I figured we were doing this anyway. We cooked them on Saturday, but we have to keep doing this every other day, otherwise we'll run out. So I am showing you this. Tomorrow, my son Nino will be making another guest appearance, and we'll be doing cannoli shells again. And like I said, I want to just keep doing our lives. I think we're gaining some good traction here with a lot of people. Again, So appreciative for everybody coming in, just watching me screw things up here. But Scooby-Doo, thank you, Monica. I appreciate that. We fry them in olive oil. So we did that on Saturday. We fried them in olive oil, put them in the sauce. We make them for meatball sandwiches. We make them for take home. We do them for catering. We sell them in the pan. We sell a shit ton of meatballs, I'll tell you. So we do a lot of meatballs every single day. So yeah, we thank you. Yeah, so like I think I told a couple other before when we started, but we have to do this every other day. If we, not that we sold every single one that we cooked on Saturday, but are the breadcrumbs flavored? The breadcrumbs are Italian style breadcrumbs. Yeah, so they got some different spices in there too. But yeah, if we don't do this every other day, we'll get really behind, and then we're out. And usually people, I mean, you can't be out for too long. There's been periods where we're out. If we get a lot of last minute catering orders, we obviously don't want to say no. So we really just kind of, we take those on, and probably sometimes they will take the stock that we have, which is not the best. So, really what we like to do is we like to just keep a rhythm going, and every other day we're rolling meatballs, and then every other day from that we are cooking them. Parents use a lot of beef and pork, so beef is too expensive to use alone. That's true. There's a lot of reasons why they use those three. I mean, one of them is a perfect one right there. Yeah, for sure. That's one thing, Tony. That's for sure. Beef was expensive, but beef was also not that great flavor. So, they used the veal for a little bit more flavor. They used the pork for the fat. So, a lot of people don't eat pork. So a lot of people come in here and ask us if we do it without pork so they can eat it. So yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. I mean, like I said, we use quality ingredients, so definitely good. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you guys for for tapping the screens. Thank you guys for all the gifts. Everybody that has gifts. Thank you guys for being in the live. If you guys are not following us, give us a follow. Yes, for sure. You got to come try a meatball sub. For sure. Oh, you're in Barrington, user 15,000 numbers, I don't know. If you're in Barrington, you should stop by for lunch. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you, Bob57. Appreciate that. Small menu, though. Small, laser-focused menu. So, everything from scratch. We do every single thing from scratch. Obviously, we're doing the meatballs. Right now, I'm rolling the meatballs. We will not cook these today. I will put these in the cooler overnight, and then we will cook them probably tomorrow. We'll probably do another, maybe doing another meatball video for you guys on Saturday afternoon. You know, we every Saturday, last 2 Saturdays, I've been doing the bread video. So, definitely like to show people that we're doing everything from scratch. So, I think it, you know, I've seen a lot of restaurants doing lives. That's what kind of, nice, for sure. Maybe stop in. Would love to have you stop in. We've had a couple people that have been in the live stop in for lunch, which is I'm truly honored by. You know, the fact that we can reach people to come in, and maybe that people that are in this area, obviously TikTok probably gives everybody the right algorithm, but I mean we're reaching a lot of people from you know, from East Coast, from West Coast, from Texas, all over the place. I mean, Alabama, there was a couple people in here before from Alabama. So, yeah, I mean, you know, the fact that we can reach people that maybe never would have even seen us or know who we were. You know, the point of all these videos for me is so that you guys can see the behind the scenes and really see what we're doing. So it really is it's a humbling experience for us to get, you know, people coming in, and you reach different people on different days. Hot sauce meaning spicy, or meaning hot temperature wise? I don't know what that is. Spicy. Yeah, I don't know. Spicy's not a big thing in Italy. You know, we were just there in August. You know, I got a lot of family in Italy. Not a huge thing in Italy. There's some things. The Calabrese, they love spicy. You know, we're Sicilian, so I don't know. There's too many spicy. You know, it wasn't too many. I didn't grow up with too many spicy things. I do like spicy, but didn't have too many spicy, you know, things going. All right, folks, we are going to wrap it up. I appreciate everybody coming in today to watch me roll meatballs. Thank you for, yes, Big Boy BB. Yeah, people put them in raw. A lot of people put them in raw. We fry them first, then put them in. But yeah, a lot of people put them in raw. Some people, I shouldn't say a lot. Some people do. Depends on what your ancestors did. Mine fried in olive oil and put them in the sauce. But yeah, thank you guys for everybody coming in, sticking with me, just you know, BSing with me. You put veal and meat, just ground beef, 80-20 ground beef. But thank you so much. I am going to sign off. We will be back live probably tomorrow. Yes, we'll be back live tomorrow. Sometime I'll be with my son. We'll be doing some cannoli shells again. All right. So thank you everybody for supporting. If you're not following us, give us a follow. To all my regulars, thank you again for coming in and watching me through this this thing. I mean, it's relatively new. We've only been doing it for about a week and a half so far. So far, it's been fairly successful. So I'm just happy to be in front of you. I'm happy that you guys actually just, you know, follow me, and it's well, thank you. No fries though. We got chips, no fries. But thank you. Subs for sure. We make our own bread. So yeah, we'll see you sometime tomorrow. Massachusetts, nice. We will see you sometime tomorrow. I will close out my live as usual, and I will say, if you say it's homemade, you actually have to make it. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Thank you for the support. If you guys are around tomorrow, tune in tomorrow. We'll be doing cannoli shells from scratch, of course. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Have a good night. Bye.